In the Fox 43 kitchen this afternoon with Chef Chip Conard and manager Devin Thiak from the Oregon Grille in Hunt Valley, Maryland. And Chef, in the first segment, we did a real simple but flavorful tuna tartare. And again, just very quickly, those ingredients are?
Well, anything that you would want to add. In that case, we did with orange segments, avocado, and the honey citrus vinaigrette, a little bit of the grilled scallion.
Fantastic. Okay, now, St. Patrick's Day, doing a little thing a little bit different than standard corned beef. We're doing a rack of lamb.
Well, this is pretty standard stuff here. The rack of lamb is an addition because it kind of represents what we do.
Okay.
You know, we're in beautiful proteins, top to bottom on our menu, and that's an example of that.
And talk about how'd you prepare this and how do you get this going?
We brought the lamb in. It had its cap on. I removed the cap. That would be something that you would probably want your butcher to do for you.
Okay.
That term is then that it has been Frenched. I've scored the fat cap on top of it, and then you would want to cook it primarily on its fat cap into a warm pan and into an oven.
So just searing the top of that basically?
Absolutely.
Pop in the oven. Okay, great. So that's in the oven. And now we're going to move on to
the coquina.
There you go.
Coquina, this is the traditional part of what we're doing today. It's a potato dish. It can be made with cabbage, or in this case, I'm going to use rainbow chard. Any cooking green would work, so if kale's your thing, or I guess spinach, but in this case, we used rainbow chard. It would come to you like this, and then I would run a knife through it after it has been cleaned, and this is what I would then be working with.
Okay.
So we're going to...
And in the bowl you have what? Just some standard gold mashed potatoes?
Absolutely. Whether you were to choose to steam them or to boil them. If you boil them, you ought to add salt to the water. And then I would mash them. In this case, I did with a fork. And that leaves you with a rustic kind of potato. I'm not looking for mashed potato. You know, I'm looking for a rustic Irish dish.
Great.
So these things here are what will make up our dish. This I have pre-cooked, and I had added scallion to it. Scallion to it is a spring onion. I cooked those things in whole butter, and then I've added fine herb. Fine herb is your own particular herb blend that you're a fan of. So if you're a chive guy, maybe it's chive and dill, maybe it's parsley and tarragon. In this case, it's dill, chive, and parsley. So I'm going to add those things. Again, this has been pre-cooked. I cheated there. We'll add that in. I'm going to add some of this fine herb. That's where the flavor is. We'll add a little bit of garlic. I pre-cook my garlic so that it's not raw, so that it's not too intense.
Sure.
We'll just give this thing a real good stir. And you can see that this is a dish that is rustic. It is something that you would expect to find, in Ireland.
Sure. Well, while you're mixing it up, Devin, let's talk quickly about if folks want to come to the Oregon Grille. There is a dress code they need to be aware of.
There is a dress code. Yep. For lunch, casual is always welcome. For dinner time, gentlemen are required to wear jackets, but not in the bar. So we do have that available if you want to come after work for a drink, but jackets are required. There is a little leeway during the summertime, so once it's warm up the jackets, we relax that a little bit.
We'll talk about more of that in the final segment. Jackie, we've got the potatoes going, the rack of lamb is in the oven. We're going to put it all together in the last segment.
My kind of St. Patty's Day. All right, thanks, Evan.